We're so sponsored today by coffee. Drinking Henry's House of Coffee. This is Henry's blend. Drinking Henry himself.
There's a little bit of Henry in every drop.
Yeah, he's like the what happened? No one's in chat yet, or what is that?
There's no chat even up over there.
Why has this happened?
I don't know.
Refresh. All right, Justin's gonna get our chat fixed while I talk about this delicious coffee. Is our webcam work? Where's the webcam button? Let's see here. Where's it? Webcam? Nope, doesn't work. That's what happens when you get these generic webcams from China. They light up and they look all pretty, but they don't work all the time. Yeah. So I'm just gonna wait till Justin gets that done, then we'll talk about coffee. We should try this.
It's not like
Chat not popping out.
it's popping out, but it's not actually loading up the chat.
Interesting. Bear with me. Let me take a look at this thing. Close pop out. Move the whole window over there and do it that way.
That's what I did.
I mean, let's close pop out over here. Just use it that way and just move the whole window over. Yeah. This is going to be a mess because our chat window popping out is not actually working.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be fun to peer in at. So our screen that we're looking on is only about the size of a cell phone.
Yeah, we need to get a real monitor and put it over here. How's that?
Yeah,
it's just about
the screen is about the size of my cell phone
for the chat window.
So I'm like, oh, what are you typing down there in that tiny little area one calls a chat?
So anyway, I wait a few more people to get here, but first I want to try this coffee right now.
Yeah, let's try this coffee.
So this is the medium roast. There's Henry on the back. It smells like coffee. I mean, there's no I don't get any frou fancy notes. It just smells like coffee. You know, it's coffee. I'm not gonna do a cartwheel, but I'm also it's like perfect coffee. Like this could be in the dictionary as coffee. No,
and the mugs we're drinking it out of are just great for.
I wish I could buy
drinking
more
coffee. Yeah,
but they're free for me.
You could be just like us, drinking coffee out of EpiPants.com mugs
with Henry's House of Coffee.
Yeah, from Henry's House of Coffee.
So Henry's House of Coffee.com, exactly. Out of San Francisco. So yeah, this is actually really good coffee.
That's all we're doing today.
Yep, you're just gonna watch us drink coffee
and listen to us make the slurping
yeah, you get this little gift pack right here. I love getting sponsored by coffee because it's useful.
Not put that disgusting swill in my mouth. Oh, Tao.
So I can't wait to try this one.
Oh, Tao.
Can't wait for this one as well. This is their dark roast. So
here we go.
You know, medium roast usually have more stuff going on, flavors of currant and smoky and all that kind of stuff. But this was just good coffee.
Snapping off for some reason.
What does?
We were just having one of our this overlay. I just clicked it on and then it turned off again and then came back on again. We're just having a day.
Okay, I think we should talk about Donald Trump.
Because we're having a day already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at his face.
Oh my God.
Hey, we're doing an article on Trump. Yeah. What's the most skeevy, fucked up face we could find? Oh, great. So, there's a...
Just give a full body punch.
Let me tell you what's going on right now. So Donald Trump has this executive order that's... It's not exactly designed to censor, but it's designed to stop everyone on social media from being so mean and negative towards right-wingers. They feel like right-wingers are being censored, and so...
It's the Stop Being Mean to Me initiative.
Yeah, but let's take a step back here and talk about the big picture. So there's a lot of things online that Trump would probably enjoy censoring, and a lot of things that a lot of companies would probably enjoy to have censored. So this is interesting because this is an executive order, meaning that it's something the president says and it becomes a law. Mm-hmm. It was leaked, right? Why was it leaked?
Shouldn't it have been made available to the public?
Well, I mean,
if it's an executive order?
Yeah, but he leaked it early before he was finished. You know what I mean? This is a draft. There's one reason why stuff like this leaks. It's a test. It's to see how people respond. It's like, okay, how about let's try this. I'm going to write a little draft here that says people are allowed to eat babies as long as they're under the age of 2, but they're not allowed to abort babies. Okay, put that in there. But you can eat them once they put that out. And then they sit back and they watch people react and they see how much they freak out. And it's like, they do it once, they do it twice, and it's like, okay, people freak out a little bit. But do they freak out 10 out of 10, or is it 5 out of 10, right? And then as they keep doing more and more ridiculous things, they say, okay, you know what? 5 years down the road, now people are only freaking out 5 out of 10 instead of 10 out of 10, so maybe we can get away with this. No idea what's going on with the chat.
Yeah, I can barely see the chat.
Sorry, guys. If we're not.
We'll try to respond to you today. It's just not happening.
Pops up on the screen. So that's what's really happening here. Yeah. It's just a test to see how much they can push us. And a lot of times the corporations will come in with these really insane ideas being like, hey, can you like censor the internet or make it so that we can censor the internet? And they'll be like, well, let's leak a little draft of a proposal.
I don't know. The cattle seem to really like their internet.
Yeah. So that's all that's happening right here, guys. It's just a test. I got to close this before we go back. Ooh, yes. All right. Who wants a single layer OLED screen? What's going on over there? I can see that in chat.
Nice.
What is that thing that showed up in our chat? So this is kind of a cool development from Mainz, Germany. They have created a single layer. Normally you have to have like 7 or 8 layers for an OLED screen, organic LED screen to work. And that's they can deliver power and all this sort of thing. But these are one layer, meaning you can actually print. You can print a display. You can like imagine in the future, like not too far in the future, you'll be able to just print a display on anything. And also they have an interesting power delivery system where they can, with these screens, they were able to make them shine. I believe it's 100 times brighter than a regular screen. And they were able to get about 2,000 hours before they deteriorated to the 50% mark, running at 100 times luminosity. You don't need to run it at 100 times luminosity, obviously, but imagine just being able to paint screens on anything because you have this one layer thick OLED. So that'll be pretty cool.
So Tao says that currently OLED screens are cheaper and better than like monitors right now, and that there is a PC master race tax, basically.
The OLED screens are great. They have a really nice look. They have pure blacks. They use less energy because you can actually it can actually turn that pixel off instead of just
hey Vane,
all that sort of thing. So
yeah, there's
that Henry's House of Coffee.
Being this elite comes at a price, apparently.
I mean, how fast are OLED screens? That's what I don't know because I don't have an OLED screen anymore. I used to have an OLED TV for review, and I got rid of it because I don't watch TV. Like, what am I going to do with that thing? Am I going to actually watch it? Now I have one in front of my stair stepper, so yeah.
Bitwit did a review. Okay, better than cheaper than the PG27UQ.
Interesting.
Huh.
I mean, but Kyle really doesn't know what he's talking about, so we need someone. we need someone who knows what they're talking about to do a review, like Steve or maybe Harvard Canucks.
Yeah.
If Kyle's watching, I mean every word of it, and I'll punch you in the face when I see you again, buddy.
Fight Logan.
Yeah,
Kyle.
come fight me, Kyle. you shrimp, you little shrimp. You want to swirly? I'll hold you in the toilet. Oh God, sorry, Kyle. No, I'm not.
No, it's perfect. I'm now just envisioning you like dunking Kyle over a toilet and just flushing it every now and then. Say, Uncle.
Oh God. Yeah. Who's the jackass
and
now?
And then you take his lunch money and leave him. Yeah.
God, speak to me in Lyle. Anyway, I'm talking about coffee. I tweeted the other day about some coffee, and someone said, "Yeah, but I hate beans." Well, if you hate beans, you might be interested in this. One of the guys who was a major investor in the Impossible Burger has dropped a lot of money into this new company. Where's the name of the company?
Atomo.
Yeah, Atomo.
Atomo.
So Atomo is creating a compound, and it's very similar to coffee. So they're putting together this thing that's supposed to be like coffee, but they're saying that it's better for the planet than coffee, because coffee you have to chop down forests and stuff, and it's also becoming more and more expensive thanks to the earth getting hotter and hotter. It's becoming, there's fewer places to grow coffee. You have to deforest other areas and move the coffee to different places, and so it's not as good.
We also need our coffee.
Yeah, but we can't have coffee.
So they said that in like a blind taste test, Atomo, 21 out of 30 people in a blind taste test at in University of Washington picked their brew over Starbucks.
Oh, hold on. Starbucks Pike Place Roast.
Which is not that great.
I think I would probably pick toilet water over Starbucks Pike Place Roast in a blind taste test. I'd be like,
I would
Toilet water,
rather
yes.
drink like rancid kombucha than drink Pike Place.
So
and I
if
fucking
you-
hate kombucha.
Have you worked at Starbucks before?
No.
Anybody out there? Okay, so
No.
if you work at Starbucks, they have to try to justify the fact that the Pike Place roast is dark and over roasted. They burn the beans a little bit. It gives it a smoky flavor that some people actually enjoy, like this weird smoky burnt flavor. They do that because in order to satisfy all their customers and to facilitate all their gazillion shops, they need to maintain consistency. And they get beans from all over the place, so they can't maintain consistency unless they burn the beans.
Ugh.
That's why they burn the beans and they taste like garbage.
Rather drink Stumptown.
I mean, Stumptown is bitter and weird, but it's
Garbage.
better.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is not a good taste test. Can you put it up against like some Henry's House of Coffee? I'd like to see if it can beat this. I don't think it can.
A coffee's coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I bit my lip and it hurts. I forgot to read this one.
It's okay. Scientists have discovered a new state of
Just
matter.
read it to everybody else
Yeah.
out there. Yeah, I'll say back.
And that it is the state of the matter is called topological superconductivity. Just solid, liquid, gas, plasmid, superconductive, topological superconductivity.
You
Like,
gotta stop letting nerds name things.
oh my god. But this could actually boost like speeds of calculation for quantum computing and stuff. So it's neat.
Can't believe this is the only article I think I forgot to read.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where I was like, I'll read this last because it looks crunchy.
Is there bourbon in that coffee? That's post-show coffee.
I got some bourbon over there. I don't know. I want to drink it straight
Yeah.
first. No bourbon. Okay, I was all excited about this too, right?
Yeah.
So the scientists have discovered 8 new repeating signals from
A whopping 8.
Yeah, a whopping, huh?
Yeah.
And this article goes on to explain like that we already have, some. There's like now 12 in total that are repeating signals from the universe. And then they said what I didn't want to hear. I was all excited, aliens, They said, it's so fascinating that nature can produce repeating signals. And I got livid and threw my laptop across the room. I hope it's okay. Thankfully, it was the Lenovo T470 and it...
And it actually stood back up, walked over, and kicked you in the shins.
Yes.
And said, don't do that again.
So yeah, this was. I thought it was going to be exciting, but no, it's not as exciting as I thought. But this is kind of exciting. There's a lot of implications for robotic shorts, exoskeleton, huh?
Yeah.
So check it out. I'll play the video here. Make sure it's not on that much. So these shorts, they can sense the way you're moving. They can sense if you're moving like this, like left to right. They can also sense if you're jogging because your center of gravity changes. And then they have some, I don't know, they basically act like little boosters to your muscles, and they give you a boost. So, but it's not that much. I mean, their shorts, they said, 4, 5, 6% extra, boost with this. But I mean, imagine an entire bodysuit like this.
Yeah.
Running around, and also how thin it is. You got to have that little thing on your back. But once they can figure out power distribution in a smaller package, that would be interesting. Yep. There you go. Watch his glutes activate, everybody.
Yep.
Let me just zoom in on those glutes for you guys. There.
Now he's Bane.
Bane with
You merely
With
adopted
nano
the
shorts.
robot shorts. I was born into the robot shorts.
yeah,
Yeah.
just kind of an interesting thing. Oh, up to 9.3%, but and running by 4. So, not like hugely beneficial, but also the size of it is so tiny. That's what really got me. And that's the other thing. Is it'd be really cool if in the future some of this stuff can help give mobility to those who lack mobility.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Anyway,
Super cool.
what else is on the list today? This is shocking. In Arizona.
Nobody questioned who until
What?
nobody questioned who I was until I put on the robot shorts. Yeah.
Who's this guy in robot shorts? Yeah, we should get a pair of those robot shorts and wear them around town. Yeah.
How do they do with like dancing in them and stuff though? 'Cause
I don't
they're
know.
Constantly shifting. Yeah.
I hope they make a lot of noise. I'm sure they don't, but it would be really cool if it was like.
Man, I would wear.
Man, if you could like walk around town and like every time you took a step, it was like. That would be cool.
You just need to like if you could just put an iPod dock or something in it too. Just finish it off so you can like play Beat It or something while you're.
Well, I'm always walking around the office with one of the power screwdrivers in my hand, going.
Yeah.
It's just sound effects. It's handy, but you know.
That's why I always have to charge the batteries on them.
Like, why is this dead again? And I'm like wandering around with the other one.
Yeah. Like, meanwhile, cut to Logan in the office by himself.
Yeah, no one's here. Walking down the hallway to the bathroom, people sticking their head out in the hallway, and I'm like,
7% boost, Tao.
what?
Only a 7% boost
During sex? Yeah. If you must thrust, it is a 7% boost.
Yes.
But if you're just laying there making them do all the work, 0% boost, you lazy bastard.
Yeah. Two-way street.
Lay there like a dead fish. What the hell?
What are you?
Okay. UPS has been driving around Arizona in a stretch between Tucson and is it Phoenix or somewhere else? Yeah, Tucson and
yeah.
somewhere. UPS has been driving
Phoenix
around.
to Dallas.
Whoa, 1,000-mile trip.
Yep.
Ain't nobody driving them trucks, y'all. Can you imagine people in Dallas and Phoenix and Tucson and all whatever the hell, that whole area there? So you got people there. You can hit play on that. Make sure the volume's off. Make it stop. Why are you using your right hand? It's so slow. He's left-handed. He only uses the mouth as the left hand.
No, I don't. Quit making me out to be some kind of South Pod monster.
No, it's not natural.
Yeah.
It's not natural, my God. So yeah, the trucks are going through storms and everything, and it's already here. They put a lot of money into Too Simple. Yeah, Too Simple.
It's just too simple.
So yeah, you may not have known it, but if you live in that little corridor of the earth, then you've been getting stuff from UPS. Nobody driving, no incidents. So how soon until these guys are redundant? I mean,
Pretty soon.
It's just like if I was a UPS executive watching this video, I'd be like, I see 2 chunks of money that we are wasting. 2 chunks.
Couldn't this be replaced with a camera?
Yeah, like seriously, come on. Everything's fine. Just I would start taking their salary and paying it to the local officials to be like, make this legal, oh my God. So anyway.
Man, you should run for government.
That's my
Yeah.
it'd be my job just to run around and make this legal. Speaking of things that are illegal. Dude got stopped. Come on, give me the picture. Trooper Rick Johnson posted this picture. He wasn't driving.
Okay.
He wasn't driving, but he was pulled over on the side of the highway. You know, just like chilling there.
Yeah, it looks like there was a Rayquaza thing happening. That's, that's a legendary Pokemon he's working on right now.
On the side of the highway, I thought Pokemon weren't supposed to be on like highways and stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, they are, but they're not supposed to spawn once you're going at a certain speed.
So is he cruising down the highway at like 30?
I mean, so like if this was,
They shouldn't spawn if you were
No,
going-
but this is an event, so that means he had to go to wherever this little Pokestop was, or the gym was, and then go deal with the event there. So he went to wherever the event was, pulled over, and dealt with it. I don't know.
I'm glad he got that taken care of and didn't make anybody die or anything.
Look at all those Rayquazas he got, though.
I don't know. The officer didn't say. He's just giving us the
Well,
details.
he's caught at least one, according to this right here. Yeah.
Well, that's that. Buddy.
Trooper Rick Johnson.
Could you give us some more information next time?
How come he doesn't go by Dick Johnson? Trooper Dick Johnson.
Was it Rick is Richard, and then that would, or is that right? Rick is Richard.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it could be Dick Johnson.
Rick? I don't know.
Is it what is Rick the name for? Ricardo?
Ricky? No.
Ricky would be. Never mind.
Yeah.
What's next?
Vern? I don't know.
All right, let's talk. You ever talk about some video games?
Yeah, let's talk about video
Let's
games.
talk about video games.
Hey, do we talk about epicpants.com though at any point in time?
No, we can't.
Oh, okay. Oh, we can't. That's right.
I might be down still. I'm moving Epic
Never mind.
Pants to a new server, so it's probably going to be down for like a day. But it'll be much faster, much faster once I get it moved over to the new server. I got pissed
All right,
with
let's
the
talk about
speed of the old
Flowscape.
server. So this looks like Unreal Engine, the video game. Like you pay to essentially do all the stuff that I do in Unreal Engine.
Okay.
Except it looks really streamlined. I'm like, some of the features in this, I was like, I wish I could do it this easily in the Unreal Engine. But yeah, you just create cool scenes. I mean, it costs $15 and it comes with tons and tons of assets. why can't we export these and have them be like maps for a game world instead of just like, like they're just making pretty worlds. Like you get to, it literally looks like you're using the Unreal Engine.
It's like old school storybook weaver.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool, but
it's neat, but so
you could really get Unreal Engine for free.
Stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get Unreal Engine for free and do most of this stuff. And you can go buy a couple packs maybe. If they're on sale, you can get a bunch of free stuff, free assets on the Unreal Engine, and do a lot of this kind of stuff. But this is like an all-together package, but really kind of like just kind of do it in Unreal Engine.
That's all you do is you just build the landscape and then it's built.
Yeah. Well, you could show people.
Oh, well, if I could show people, then never mind.
Yeah, see? I mean, why does anybody do anything these days?
I guess.
Can't wait to post this on your Instagram or whatever. Some of this looks pretty cool, though. They got a lot of assets. I'll hand them that. It was, out of the box, got a lot of nice assets. So, anyway.
That asset, though.
What's going on with this?
So, this is Killer Kobolds from Outer Space. It's a $5 PDF on DM's Guild, but this has been officially approved by Wizards of the Coast. So this is basically Toon the RPG mixed with 5th edition. So you're playing as different kobolds from outer space, and you have to help the Kobold Queen, and your job is to go down to this planet and vaporize humans to get their life essence to use to fuel your ship. So this whole thing is written like a comic book, and what you do is you pick your kobold, and you pick some like alien weaponry and stuff,
right.
And then you go run these different missions in order to please the queen.
Could these missions be set up as like one-shots?
Yeah,
this doesn't look like a game you're going to play over a campaign or something.
No,
right?
There's 5 missions, and you choose your kobold and you go play,
right.
And then there's like a very good chance that like one or multiple kobolds will just get like their heads vaporized by the queen when they return and stuff at the end of all these. But it's really neat. It's just all written like a comic book, which is
right.
really cool. It's all just done very nicely, and I bought it and read over it last night and stuff. It's really fucking fun. I would love to run this with some friends.
How big is this?
It's like 30 pages, not even.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 something.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Got some cool artwork and stuff in there. Mm-hmm. So if you're into that, there's something for everybody.
It just looks like maybe you guys have been playing a campaign recently and it's been really heavy and like with a lot of combat and like really heavy stuff going on and things like that.
Take a step back and chill a little bit.
Take a break, play ridiculous evil kobolds from space that are just trying to vaporize people. Like this is very dark humory. This is very Mars Attacks.
B-movie horror. That's pretty much like, Mars Attacks.
Yeah, Mars Attacks. It's Mars Attacks with kobolds.
Yeah.
And it looks fucking
I mean, what else could it be
awesome.
with a title like Killer Kobolds from Outer Space?
Yeah.
Out of space?
Out of space.
Yes.
Out space. Yeah.
Okay. This is probably the most exciting thing of the week for me. It's been very quiet with the Sky Oblivion team, but this is the latest teaser for Sky Oblivion, which is the world of Oblivion in Skyrim. So updated for all the fancy graphics and stuff. It probably won't have as much quirk as Oblivion did, because that was a pretty quirky game. But my God, this is beautiful. Oblivion's looking good. The animations are looking good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you play an Oblivion, but with all updated graphics.
Are you playing all the Oblivion storylines and stuff?
Yeah, it's everything.
Oh, cool.
They're basically redoing Oblivion in Skyrim.
Oh, nice.
And one of the biggest things is the character models and animations are so much better in the newer engines. They're still not perfect, but I mean, like the animations look so much better.
Yeah.
So, I hope they're not redoing the voice acting.
Foos.
There'll be none of that this time. No Dragonborn.
I love yelling people off cliffs.
I haven't done that in a while. I turned off.
Shouts.
I turned off being the Dragonborn, so I ran a mod that like you're just a regular idiot. So
man, I know there were all kinds of different shouts and stuff, but
yeah.
I never really got beyond unrelenting shout. Because just like the fact that you could just walk up to guys, attack you, and just yell, and they would go screaming across the map, you'd just be like, neat, moving on.
Yeah, Tacy just said she wants to go back and play some of the older games. Yeah. I thought Oblivion had some really funny, quirky, really nerdy quests, and some of the stuff was just silly. Like some of the quests were like, if you go to the Mages Guild and I think Bruma, one of the first quests is like you have to go find a Khajiit who's using a magic spell to hide himself, and it's this really silly thing where they're playing a joke on the Guildmaster. And there's just a lot of like goofy, silly stuff like that in Oblivion.
Is that the one with the dinner party?
I think that is the one with the dinner party. I don't remember. There's so many quests, but and then also another team is working on Skywind, which is Morrowind, in the same engine.
I would man, I would be into that. Like Morrowind.
Thanks for whoever did that.
Yeah, Morrowind, man. I just couldn't get into Morrowind.
The problem with Morrowind, the big problem with Morrowind is that they tried to do Dungeons and Dragons combat in real time with the swords. So every time you hit someone, you'll make contact with them, but behind the scenes there's a dice roll, and if the dice roll isn't high enough, it just nothing.
You just wave your sword through them.
Yeah, you just wave your sword through them.
That and I hated having to stop every 3 seconds to regain my stamina.
Well, that builds up really fast. That your speed and stamina, and if you've played the game for a good amount of time, you can run and jump over trees and stuff.
Yeah, but
it builds up. It builds up.
It takes that part. Was no.
One of the things whenever I started a new character, I would put a ton into athletics and speed and all that stuff, just so right out of the bat, as soon as we start the game, I can move around and not have to worry about that nonsense.
I do miss spears though being a thing.
Yeah,
I miss that in Skyrim. I was like, ooh, spears and medium weapon. No, okay,
nope.
No, it's fine. But I can yell people. Okay.
The other game that I think a lot of people need to try out is a game called Nevrim. And that was for Oblivion. It was a total conversion mod that it changed everything in the game. New game world, new characters, new story, fully voice acted in German. I'm not sure if the English is done, but that is highly recommended. And they made one for Skyrim as well. I haven't played that one yet, but I put almost as much time into Nevrim as I did into Oblivion. It was so much fun. But it was a totally different experience. No fast travel, experience-based leveling instead of the skill-based leveling.
Yeah.
It was more like a traditional RPG, but yeah.
That sounds rad.
All right, we got to talk about this, don't we? You put it on the list.
I did. So
maybe talk about the Wayans
So
brothers.
there has been talk about a Plastic Man movie coming out for a little while now, which Plastic Man is one of my all-time favorite superheroes, so I wanted to talk about this because I think Marlon Wayans would actually be really fucking funny as Plastic Man.
But he's never funny. Come on. Has Marlon Wayans ever been funny in anything?
He was in the D&D movie. Show a
It
little
was
respect.
awful.
Yeah.
He was awful in it, and he ruined it.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he was terrible.
No, the fact that it was the D&D movie ruined it. But anyways, he has said that he thinks it would be really cool and he would be really into it and stuff.
Yeah.
So they have been talking about doing it for a little bit, and the other person that's kind of up for it right now is Ben Schwartz, aka Jean-Ralphio from Parks and Recreation.
He probably looks the part.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks the part, right?
Yeah, Ben Schwartz, yeah.
But I don't.
AKA Steve Harrington's older brother, AKA.
Why is he called Plastic Man? He's rubber.
That's just what Jack Kirby named him back in the day.
It'd be melty Plastic Man.
Whatever.
Your plastic don't bend like that. I don't like it. I'm angry. I'm livid. You can't call something Plastic Man when it's actually rubber or Laffy Taffy. There's no justice in this world. I'm angry.
Okay.
About Plastic Man.
You be angry. You just be over there and be angry, okay?
I have something to be angry about, and I need it.
Okay. Well, you better get on the internet and find other people to be angry with you.
What's this furry shit?
This is Usagi Yojimbo. This isn't furry shit, dude.
I don't know. It looks like furry shit to me. Anthropomorphized animals.
So Usagi Yojimbo, a furry samurai role-playing game. If you're Logan.
These damn furries.
But yeah, so
I like furries. They're cool.
Yeah, back in the day, this guy Usagi Yojimbo was a really cool comic series that came out around the same era as Ninja Turtles did and stuff, and there was actually some crossovers and stuff in it. Anyway, they are doing a second edition of their role-playing game. It's out on Kickstarter right now. It has already been 100% backed, but
the goal was 1,600.
Yeah, that's all they needed to do it.
How many people are working on this, and can they finish it in a month with that budget? Jeez.
They probably can. So now they're going to be doing, if they get this one, they're going to colorize everything and stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's going to use artwork from the original comics and stuff like that. And it's going to be a powered by Apocalypse system.
That's the 6, right?
Yeah, that's the one where you're using 2d6s and you want to try to get 7 or more to succeed and stuff. A lot of games use it, like Monster of the Week, The Sprawl.
Similar to
Tiny or Masks. All kinds of different ones use that.
I didn't like it that much. It's okay, but
it's a basic system that gives you the option to be creative with the powers that you use, but it also is pretty basic for a lot.
It's not Tales from the Loop, but it's similar, right?
No, Tales from the Loop is all about getting a at least one 6 success,
right,
with like a huge pool of 6s. This one is all about just rolling 2 and adding numbers to it.
Right.
But it could be fun. Like I said, I like the Power by Apocalypse system because it leaves, if you're really good at like describing what your character's doing and stuff,
Right.
It makes for really fun descriptions of things, and it makes you feel like you're a really cool, powerful character when you do stuff.
Yeah, you just kind of make it up and
Yeah.
I'm doing this. It's like,
Okay, that works. Like, yeah.
As long as you can come up with it, and as long as
Yeah.
you justify how your character can do it, then you can get away with it.
So yeah.
But interesting.
Well, I'm sure somebody out there aside from me is excited about this. They better be.
I can't play animals. It's weird to me. I mean, I can play an orc, but it's at least somewhat human. But I
Yeah.
have a hard time playing animals. Just weird.
Sure.
Like the Pugmire thing, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
So I love this.
This is a hell of a funny article.
Are you using the camera on your left just for light?
This thing, no, this thing's not even enough light.
It's a webcam.
It's a webcam that I just never. Once out of every 3 times I reboot my system, this thing works. So
Whatever.
yeah, a Chinese company sent it to me, and I said if it works, I'll talk about it. But so far, it's been like hit or miss. Maybe I need to reinstall drivers or something. I don't know.
So,
It's just sitting there.
according to Brent Spiner, he was recently in doing a talk, and he says that Patrick Stewart and Captain Picard's use of the word data is now the reason why we say data instead of data.
That makes a lot of
It
sense.
does make total sense. Why wouldn't it?
I mean,
be?
I completely grew up with every week hearing data, Mr. Data.
Yeah, Mr. Data.
Data, beam down to the surface.
Yeah.
Data.
Not data.
Yeah, I heard that so
Yeah.
many times. So apparently, the funny part with this entire thing is the way that they assigned that name and the way they assigned all future names in Star Trek. It was hilarious. So Brent Spiner tells the story, and he says that they're reading the script on their first time through the first pilot episode of The Next Generation, and they get to that part, and Patrick Stewart says, "Mr. Data," and Brent Spiner goes, "Hold on, wait, please stop." And they all stopped, and he goes, "Wouldn't that be pronounced data?" And Gene Roddenberry right there said, "You know what? New rule. Whoever says any name first gets to determine how that name will be said
Yeah.
forever." And so with every alien name, like in every different, like whatever, new species, anything that they said throughout all of Star Trek, whoever had it in their dialogue first and got to say it on screen first got to determine how it was said, and no one could argue.
That's a great system.
So that was it. Oh, God. And then in England, we all say it like the Star Trek character's name, Mr. Data.
Mr. Data. Do you say all of your data as Mr.? too?
Mr. Data.
What's the Mr. Data on that?
Could I get the Mr. Data?
Oi, Gov, what's the Mr. Data on that?
Oh, Jesus. What is that? It's not even.
Oh my
It's
God.
not even Cockney. That's like.
Yeah. That's why wood elves are trash.
Why are you speaking like a bad guy?
So I have
That villain accent.
So in one of my D&D games, I have a player from England in it, and she was asking like the difference because there's high elves and wood elves and stuff in 5th edition, and she was asking if there was like any difference between high elf elven and wood elf elven, and I said, well, yeah, it's basically the difference between proper English and Cockney. So like high elves speak proper English and the wood elves speak Cockney, and she just was like, then wood elves are trash. Like,
Like, wow.
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, apparently.
So is that true? Is anyone who speaks with a Cockney accent are they
Are
trash?
they just auto garbage?
Like, is that automatically like?
yeah.
Yep.
Anyone from England?
Okay, what
Tasty? No?
Tasty? What's the trashiest accent in England? If someone has this accent, you just
Yeah.
like be like they're like
Auto garbage.
garbage.
Like when we hear a southern accent, we're just like, oh, that person must be white trash. Like,
Yeah. So someone shows up, they get out of their truck and they go, you know what, y'all? I got lots of guns.
and you're like, oh my god, this trash.
Yeah. All right. What did it say here?
Colton Crows. Well, welcome.
I can't read it.
Scoose?
Scoose?
Or people from Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Shoot.
Birmingham, Alabama, the same.
Yeah.
Yep. Something about Birmingham.
Yeah.
Or if you're in Alabama, Birmingham. Yes.
Goose are people from Liverpool.
I'm gonna look this up.
Wow.
Do they run around saying things like the scoose is loose when they burst
Yeah.
when they burst into a bar and they're ready to drink? They're like they kick the door open and be like, "The scoose is loose, boys,"
Yeah.
but they don't say it in that accent.
Getting all scoosy goosey over here.
Nope, they probably never have done that
Nope.
before. What's next? Help us get away from this topic.
So,
Hey, where's the video?
oh, where's the video? There was a video.
We'll reload the page and see what happens. Skos, like a Skos cannon? I don't know. What is this?
Oh, man,
How do we
give
end up
up.
on Reddit?
I give up. All right. Basically, Taiwan has Pokeball cash cards that they can use for everything. It looks super cool, but the video is gone, and
It got taken down. It was a
Yeah.
video. Oh, maybe it's right here. Maybe it's right here.
maybe, I don't know, this is about My Hero Academia or something.
God!
So anyways, it looked really cool, but now it doesn't because the video is gone. The world is an empty, meaningless void.
You can essentially take your Pokeball and use it to get on trains and stuff and
Yeah.
pay bills and whatever.
and it
like,
lights up and makes you feel like you're using a Pokeball. Super cool.
I don't want to carry that thing around. If I could just carry around a card, I'm not gonna carry around a Pokeball, but some people are gonna do it.
Yeah.
Some people are gonna do it. I'm so upset about this though. The video's not there.
Yeah, me too.
I don't really care.
I'm
That
done
much.
for the day, man. I'm out.
We've only got a few more. We can do this. We can do this.
Fine.
What's this?
So this is a breakdown using Mr. Data from
Excuse me, data.
Mr. Data from D&D Beyond and stuff. They actually found out what the typical party breakdown of Dungeons and Dragons users actually looks like. So if you scroll on down here, it gives you a breakdown of like what options most people choose and stuff, with Warlock being incredibly popular. But then
Warlocks and fighters are the most popular.
so these are multi-classes that everyone's in because everyone multi-classes apparently on this.
Right.
So, and then the top races being used, they have a breakdown of everyone. Nobody wants to play Goblin. And then they have a breakdown of like the most common things, and every single one of them is either a fighter or someone that has multi-classed with fighter. Come on, that's so boring. Like, I'm a sorcerer fighter. I'm a cleric fighter. I'm a rogue fighter.
So everyone
Like,
wants to just deal damage,
Yeah.
deal melee damage.
Everyone just wants to take levels in fighter so they can get extra attacks or, like, do boring shit.
I'll have to figure out a way to fix that with the RPG that I'm cranking on. How are we going to fix that?
Just
What
say
would
no
you-
multi-classing.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's probably going to already be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no multi-classing.
So, whatever.
You pick a specialty and you do it that way. I mean, I kind of like the idea of having everyone around the table being forced to work together. Like, oh, I can't kick this door open, but the fighter can. And the door is too hard. Well, better get the rogue to come pick the lock. You know, like I like everyone
Yeah,
having.
cleric is a solid mixer. And, like, there are some war clerics and stuff that you can make now that are just as nasty as a fighter.
Yeah, I mean, but why do clerics need to multi-class? Don't they have a ton of like fighter abilities
They-
already
well,
built
so
in?
the reason why this one did it is because it's a life domain. So that's you're not as focused on fighting as you are on healing. So this way they can still back up some more fighting with souped up healing power backing it,
Right.
basically.
So you basically just play alone that way. Be like, I don't
Yeah,
need
who
a
needs
wizard.
friends?
I don't need a wizard. I can heal myself.
Yeah. Fuck that noise.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, video games. This is different. Everyone's like freaking out about like the whole violence thing right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all the loot boxes and stuff apparently are triggering some of the same responses in people who.
On base attack bonus, decent APs and spells such as alone. Yeah.
I couldn't hear it. What did he say? Clerics are decent enough.
On base attack bonus, decent HP plus spells, and let alone specialist variants. Yeah.
Yeah, I think clerics are fine by themselves. Anyway,
So clerics actually, because like in multiple editions in past, nobody wanted to play clerics. So they actually like in second ed they made clerics way cool and nobody wanted to play them. So then third edition they made them super cool and still nobody wanted to play them. And in fourth edition nobody wanted to play fourth edition period. So nobody played them then. So in fifth edition they kept on making clerics just cooler and cooler and cooler,
Right.
and nobody wanted to touch them. And then every time someone plays a cleric they're like, wait a second, this is actually fucking badass. So
yeah, they're really tough.
yeah. So now at this point, clerics have gotten all these really cool powers, and people are now being like, wait a minute.
I don't think a lot of people just don't want to have to deal with the deity thing and be like,
Yeah.
a lot of people who play D&D are not religious, so they're like, no, I'm not going to mess around with that. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, people use them, but like generally people didn't want to be clerics. I think it was because a lot of people didn't want to be the responsibility of being like, heal me, save me all the time.
Save me, Mr. Cleric.
Yeah.
Mrs. Cleric. Sorry, everyone in Portland who just got
Person
super
cleric.
offended. God, I've offended everyone.
Yeah.
Just by being alive in Portland. Yes.
Gambling, video games.
So apparently all these loot boxes are triggering people who used to have gambling problems and stuff like that, making people want to go back to gambling and that sort of thing. And a lot of it's because, well, the whole like chance thing, right? People get really excited about that. But also
Maybe I'll get a legendary skin.
They said a lot of it was the sound effects and all the presentation. And when you have a loot box, it like pops up with fireworks and it's like being there at a slot machine or something. So it gives you a lot of those similar sort of feels. I mean, I don't know because I've never had like a gambling problem, but if someone has had like a gambling problem, do loot boxes trigger feelings in you that make you be like, I need to go gamble? I don't know.
I don't know. I'd have to have a gambling problem first.
Apparently some of the people that they talked to in the study, they feel like, yeah, it's doing it. Giving me. Some people are, this is people. A lot of people who are also doing this were like people who are veterans and stuff, and they are already prone to PTSD, and this is just triggering them. Triggered financial harm.
That's what we need. We need to get a GIF with like a big voice effect for this that we can just load up that just goes triggered.
Triggered? You mean a GIF?
Yeah.
You'd use it right there.
Fine.
Right there. Hit triggered. Yeah. All right. I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to bring up.
Our own website.
Oh yeah, their own website.
It's our own website.
It was a mess this week. The server that it was on was not working out so well, so it's all fixed now. So you guys can head back over there, and it's on a new server now. And our internet's slow.
Do we want to check out PDX alerts?
Yeah, we should check out PDX alerts. I'll bring that up or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it?
I usually just type in PDX alerts.
There.
Yeah. Here, I'll entertain them.
There, we're there. You can go
okay.
ahead. All right, see what's going on in Portland.
All right.
It's been a weird week. I got to get that shit off there.
Jesus.
Anything good going on this week? It's been a weird week in Portland.
Pedestrian who has his head stuck in the railing looking down at the water.
What?
Subject was reported to be huffing an aerosol can prior to getting stuck.
I love the phrase welfare check.
Yeah.
He's probably not doing too well if he needs a welfare check. Oh, that's good.
Here we go. To Toyota of Portland and Northeast Broadway. Report of a drunk driver, intoxicated female, drove up to the service bay entrance and passed out. Caller says the subject has a breathalyzer device connected to the ignition.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? She bought that breathalyzer device and then thought, now I can go anywhere because I'll know how drunk I am. That's probably bad.
To a food carts on the North Killingsworth. Caller reporting she arrived at her food cart to find an unknown female inside who's talking on a cell phone and refusing to leave.
No.
Yeah.
You hit them. Hit them.
Yeah.
Hit her. Punch her.
Yeah.
Attack violently.
Knock the phone out of her hand and say, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that was my card.
Here we go to Southwest 9th and Yamhill. Report of a suspicious subject, male walking southbound while actively masturbating and smoking meth, accompanied by another male who's walking next to him.
So they're just chilling. So one guy's just like, so listen, man.
Yeah.
like
I mean, that's
what they do. They hang out that way.
Multitasking, yeah.
He's hanging out with somebody. Active masturbator on the scene.
Yeah. Speaking of active masturbators, Northwest 6th and Davis report of a male masturbating inside of a blue tent with the flaps open. Arriving officers reporting the subject does not have pants on.
What in the hell?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh hey.
Cornflakes were invented to stop masturbation.
Really?
Well, you're not. When they start making people masturbate with cornflakes, I don't understand.
Weird.
Well, how? Why?
57th killing.
Where can I read this article?
Multiple callers reporting a loud train horn that's been nonstop for the last 10 minutes. At least 5 callers so far. Oh, I'm sorry, you precious babies. Is this your first time dealing with a fucking train horn that ruins everything for you?
Making me. Oh
Yeah.
god. But it's fine. It's nonstop for 10 minutes. You know, there's a jackass inside
Yeah.
who's loving his life right now. He's just like, I am drunk with power. Yep, that's what's happening exactly right now. Mel has a plastic sword. What's going on with that?
This guy?
No, scroll up. There's a plastic sword update. That scroll up.
Oh no! So officers policed in Northeast 54th the tops report of a male walking around with a sword above his head, threatening to kill people. Update: officers on scene say the male has a plastic sword. All other units are clearing.
You know, this is great because that type of guy, right? You know, he's probably like some nerdy kid, right, running around being a jackass. Well, this week we're having a big Proud Boy meetup in Portland, and if you're in Portland, stay away from downtown. So all these Proud Boys are flying here, and some of them are driving from all over the place. They've been taking pictures and posting it on social media of them with all their guns. And we're going to Portland to show those fucking kids with blue hair what's up.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna go there and whatever the fuck we do, like put up Pepe stickers all over town. I don't know what the fuck they do. So they're all coming here to fight those guys.
Yeah.
They're here to tell those guys that they're tiny and weak. So all the big Chad right-wingers are showing up.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Can't wait for that. I want to know where to sit to like watch them kill each other. I can't wait.
Yeah. Right.
Like where do I sit to watch both idiot sides fight and kill each other? And one side be like, "Leave me alone. I've got blue hair and I like gay things." And they're showing up with their guns, being like, "No, trucks and fucking guns, you assholes."
Yeah.
Fuck salad.
I still hold Proud Boy as like one of the gayest titles you could ever give your group, but that's fine.
Yeah, but we eat steak.
Yeah.
I don't. It's so fucking. Who fucking cares?
Not this guy.
They're gonna kill each other.
Portland downtown units on a welfare check. Poison control reporting that a subject just drank some liquid Tide laundry detergent. Subject said he's walking to Good Sam Hospital, but that he wants to drink more Tide.
When he throws up, the tide is turned.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Meat.
Yeah.
It's going to be my phrase. If I see any of those guys downtown, I'm just going to overshake their hand and lean in and go, "Meat. Delicious meat."
Wait, okay.
We're on the same team.
Okay, this is one that's like, has this person never actually been to a bar? So Pastime Sports Bar on Northeast Hollywood. Caller inside the bar reporting loud music and other patrons talking too loudly. You are at a fucking bar! A sports bar!
This is a fucking problem. This is a problem. Portland, this is a fucking problem.
What? Oh my god. A bar of all places for people to be talking loudly. What is this?
I'm not going to tell the stories. Nope, not going to do it.
Don't.
But no, I'm not going to do it. But I just want to say that some of the bars around here, that if you have fun, they're like, that's not okay. You guys are having way too much fun. You need to chill out and just like not drink and like sit in the corner and talk about fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, you go ahead and report us, Sieg. You do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, report all this nerd stuff. See what happens. Yeah, meanwhile, the sky is blue and Logan has Worf hair. Yeah, like... like, oh man, I came to this sports bar for quiet reflection.
Yeah, that's a thing here though. You see people like over there reading Nietzsche in the bar, like leave me
and then being
so
surprised that there's music blasting. Like, oh my god, like the White Snake is so loud and oppressive in this bar, I just can't handle it.
Bars, since I've moved here, have become more and more like libraries, and bartenders have become more and more like librarians.
Like, could you please tone it down in here?
Like, it's a fucking bar we're drinking. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like it, then go to the fucking library or go to the park or go to your friend's house and talk about whatever kumbaya shit you want to talk about. Do it somewhere else. It's a fucking bar.
Yeah.
Sorry. The Portland bars are getting really weak.
Yeah, meanwhile, water is wet. Come on, people.
Coddle
Jesus.
culture. Can we talk about coddle culture for a minute?
Sure, let's talk about coddle culture for a second.
So there's all this safe space thing, you know, like in the 70s and 60s, 70s, and 80s, safe spaces started popping up. And the same liberal people who were like getting piercings and stuff started showing up to protest safe spaces saying that, no, this is not going to be good for people. It's going to separate people and it's going to make the people who are spending time in these safe spaces, it's going to make them unaware and unable to process things that happen to them in the real world. And that's what's happened. We've got so much there's so much coddling. You see signs all over the place. You know, like I'm at a shop getting coffee the other day, and there was a sign on the thing that was like, we're having a safe space meetup for only people with green hair and 3 tattoos. You know, like and no one else is allowed. Just that. Because we want people with 3 tattoos and green hair to feel safe here. But if you have purple hair and 4 tattoos, you're the enemy and you need to get the fuck out because that's not safe. You've gone beyond what we think is safe. But there's stuff like that everywhere. All these like meetups where like no men allowed, no this allowed, and it's like it's supposed to be a positive environment, but it's a delusional environment, and it's not preparing these people for what's out there in the real world.
Me.
And now we've got all these guys who show up with their guns and steak.
Yeah.
And they're here because they're mad about whatever the fuck's going on here in Portland, and they're going to show up and be like, "We got guns and steak, let's fight."
And God and the Bible and
Blue hair and salads, guns and steak, blue hair and salads. That's what's going to be happening downtown this week, and maybe somebody's going to get fucking shot over that bullshit.
Yep.
You can put that away. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Oh God.
Great.
It's frustrating to be a centrist these days because I get called a Nazi by both sides.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to be reasonable? What are you, a Nazi? Like, no.
Yeah.
Then I talk to people on the left, and they're like, "What do you mean you're reasonable? That means you're a fucking Trump supporter." No, it doesn't, jackass.
Yeah. Wait, you just mind your own fucking business? What the hell is wrong with you? Like, what kind of Nazi asshole are you for minding your own business and respecting everybody?
God.
You stupid asshole. Like, okay, no, you're right. Yeah, why should I just worry about everyone fucking off? You know?
Brought to you by Henry's Coffee. Jesus, scared the fucking coffee out of me.